toxic masculinity.
Okay, so this one is called Biden DOJ moves to stop Arizona audit. Yeah, so the Arizona audit. We've talked before about how terrified Democrats seem to be about this Arizona audit. Now, Joe Biden's DOJ is getting involved. So, Biden DOJ to interfere with state of Arizona forensic audit of Maricopa County ballots. And then there's a DOJ letter here. The same organization that manufactured and ran the Russian collusion hoax allowed for the 2020 election fraud is going to interfere with the Arizona ballot. This is according to Gateway Pundit. Arizona ABC 15, this is a local news station, says source at the county says DOJ is going to get involved in some capacity in the Arizona audit. Let's see, and they actually have a letter here, and I read this letter, and essentially there's two issues with the Arizona audit as far as I've been able to tell from this letter, and the DOJ is saying that the Arizona politicians, the Arizona officials, they're not allowed to let these ballots out of their own supervision, right? So they have to supervise the audit. It has to be ultimately under their watch. Now, I don't know if they are indeed violating any kind of rules the Department of Justice thinks they're violating. I don't know. You know, maybe there's some kind of technical violation there. But let's be honest. That's not really why they're going after them. They don't really fear that these ballots are somehow being abused or, you know, lost or something negative is happening to them. They're really going after this because they're worried that they're going to find something, I think. So, they're doing everything they can to go after them. The other reason is because they say that part of the audit is going door to door and just seeing if the voters who have signed ballots and written their addresses on them actually live at the addresses they say they live at, right? Which I think is totally reasonable, right? But they're saying, oh, this could lead to voter intimidation, which I don't understand that at all. So what do they think? These people are going, all right, do you live at this address? Okay, now vote for Trump or else. I mean, obviously that's not happening, but that's what they're claiming they think is happening. This is obviously a BS excuse. We talked on the show about, I actually made a video, which if you haven't seen it, you should see it, about Rachel Maddow. Rachel Maddow lost her mind. We've also seen, who's that black chick on MSNBC that is like a total psycho that always is saying like basically communist things. Joy Reid. So Joy Reid also went off and was like, oh, this Arizona audit is terrible. It's terrible. And there's been tons of people now that have come out on the left and said this Arizona audit is so bad. It's so evil. Like this is going to ruin democracy. It's going to ruin democracy. Never mind the fact that it's being live streamed. Never mind the fact that what an audit is trying to determine whether or not democracy has been subverted, whether democracy has been destroyed in some way. They're trying to repair that, trying to fix that, trying to make sure that there's no actual issue with our democracy being circumvented here. But they're like, no, it's the audit itself that's gonna actually mess up democracy. No, it isn't. The audit is gonna ensure democracy. You stupid idiots. That's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to fix. Okay, so you can just back off. Everything's fine. But I made the point in my Rachel Maddow video, and if you've seen the video, you know why I said that. I make the point in that video that I call the story that I tell in that video, "The Lady Doth Protest Too Much," right? And the concept behind "The Lady Doth Protest Too Much" is this idea that if somebody starts screaming, "I didn't do anything, I didn't do anything, I didn't do anything," it makes you wonder, like, what did you do? Like if somebody's screaming, "There's nothing to see here, everything's fine," it's an indication that, in fact, something is horribly wrong, right? Don't, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, right? This idea that without really much of a reason, you're trying to defend yourself, even before you've been accused. So the Democrats, although we've accused them certainly of fraud in the election, there's been no specific case drawn from this audit yet to criticize anyone or to say that there was anything fraudulent going on, because the audit isn't done yet. We haven't seen the results of it. Who knows? It may end up showing that the election was perfectly fair in Maricopa County. That's possible. I don't think it will happen, but that's possible. But the left has already started to lose their minds, screaming and yelling that, whatever fraud you find, it's not real, it's fake, it's this is totally everything was legit. Why are you criticizing us? And it's like, we're not criticizing you. We haven't said anything yet, and relax. And so what they're doing is they're actually indicating that they either believe or they know that some kind of fraud has been committed. Because you don't freak out and start screaming that these people are lying, we didn't commit fraud, before anybody has accused you of fraud. Okay? So everyone on the left is now indicating that yes, fraud will be found, or that something bad happened, right? And now Biden's DOJ is jumping in, which is just one more layer of that. And so I think everybody basically on the right is now perfectly convinced, if we weren't already, that, indeed, they're hiding something, and we need to figure out what this is. One thing that Rachel Maddow said that was particularly funny was that she said that, what's going to happen is is they're going to find something wrong with this election, and that's going to inspire all kinds of other audits all over the country, and, it's just going to destroy democracy. It's like, okay, lady, if they find something wrong in the Maricopa election, that means that, and it indicates that there was fraud nationwide. That means that we need audits nationwide to uncover what that fraud was and fix whatever the problem is, so that we have free and fair elections, you stupid woman, or whatever the hell you are. Look, I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat or a Green Party candidate or supporter or whatever the hell you are. It doesn't matter. You should want a free and fair election. Nobody should want tyranny. Okay, I don't want tyranny on the conservative side, because even if you have a rigged election for conservatives, what that will inevitably do is get bad people into office. It'll get bad people into office. It'll put bad people in control of the rigged system. It'll because there are bad people in the world. They don't care if they call themselves a Democrat. They don't care if they call themselves a Republican. They don't care if they call themselves Green Party. They don't care what they call themselves. If they see a way to cheat the system and get away with it, they're going to get into that position where they control it, right? So eventually, any rigged system is eventually going to be controlled by fascists, by dictatorial types, by criminals, by bad people, i.e. Nancy Pelosi. Right. These are the kind of people that want to control a rigged system. The people that want to participate in a fair system, some of them are going to be bad, some of them are going to be good. But at least you get some good people in a fair system. In a rigged system, you will be controlled by bad people. So if you're a Democrat, you should desperately want to get to the bottom of this if there is any fraud. And I would certainly, if it were the Republicans that won and we believe that the system was rigged, I would want to get to the bottom of that as well. Okay, end of show. Let's take your questions and comments. Do you guys have anything to say about any of this? I want to know. Noah Price put XXXXX. That's very funny. I like that a lot. Salty Cracker Reloaded wrote, Rachel Maddow. Mad Cow. A lot of people were saying Rachel Mad Cow. Does that come from another YouTuber? Because I find that offensive. Don't use the terms. You don't use hilarious names for leftists that I didn't make up. No, that's fine. I like Rachel Mad Cow. I think that's quite funny. I don't know who made that up, though. I assume it must be somebody. I don't know who would have made it up. I was going to try to come up with that term. I don't know. I can't think of it. What the leftists, the term that we use for the leftist craziness. All right, I don't see. Oh, we did have super chats. Okay, Rightful King of the Poll says the Democrats had their own version of the QAnon stuff, the Franklin Bank scandal, but the media never shamed them for it. Turnabout is fair play. Franklin Bank scandal. I'm going to go ahead and look that up. Copy paste. Boom. All right, I will watch I will read up on that stuff. Thank you for posting that. Hold on, I gotta go to this. Got a new video coming out tomorrow morning. Should be quite good. But the video that came out this morning, you guys gotta watch that video. I don't know what the hell happened. It got like 8,000 views. That's like, I usually get 20,000 by now, and that's even with the restrictions I already have. So I don't know what happened. All right, let me go try to catch all these super chats. Oh, Tom Christopoulos, who isn't who I thought he was. I thought you were somebody else. I get some of the fans confused sometimes because some of you guys have similar names. My Christian beliefs make me do the right thing when no one is looking. Good show tonight, Chris. Yeah, well, that's an excellent point. That's Toxic Masculinity. Weekdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.